This is NDTV, and you're watching Classics.
Hello and welcome to Born Wild, the show that takes you to the heart of wild India. It takes you up close and personal to some of India's most endangered animals and the people who help them fight for their survival. Today we're not going to introduce you to any particular animal, but rather to two very unique biospheres, both found in India. In fact, both two of the most unique biospheres in the world. One all the way here on the east coast, West Bengal, where three mighty rivers rush to empty themselves into the Bay of Bengal. The delta of the Sunderbans, the endless mangrove forests with their legendary tigers. The other, all the way across to the west coast of India, the Rann of Kutch, that flat, hard, boiling, unbroken surface that goes all the way to the Arabian Sea. Never underwater except in the monsoon when the sea comes in, and home to the wild asses. So come with us to both these unique biospheres.
The first impression of the Sunderbans is the endless expanse of water stretching into a green forest. A World Heritage Site, the Sunderbans is one of the most unique biospheres in the world. The mangroves cover an area of 10,000 square kilometers across the coasts of India and Bangladesh. The only barrier that keeps most of West Bengal from being washed away by the sea in the fierce storms that form in that region. The Sunderbans is not only home to some of the world's most endangered animals like the Royal Bengal tiger, but over 4 million villagers depend on this ecosystem for their livelihood, and every year the numbers increase while the resources dwindle. Sunderbans means beautiful forest, but the region may have also been named after the large number of sundari trees that grow there in the coastal waters.
A young baby mangrove tree. As you can see here, the roots of this particular tree, and which is why the mangroves are so famous, they come out of the ground. And the reason they do this is because this particular earth that they grow in is so packed, is so much like clay, that when the roots go in deep, they will not get enough oxygen and the tree will die. So what this tree does is it puts its roots down, and then the roots come up through the surface to breathe. And that's how this tree gets its oxygen to survive.
But if the Sunderbans is famous throughout the world, it's because they are home to perhaps the most fierce of all of India's tigers.
We find almost 84 species of the wild flora and almost 1,500 species of the fauna, including the microorganisms, which is not present in any other mangrove forest in the world. Another importance of Sundarban is that it acts as a fish nursery. It is a production center, natural production center of fish.
Books have been written and theories argued about how the Sundarban tigers are man-eaters by nature, as their diet, which mainly depends on fish and sometimes even crab in this region, is salt-oriented. Some believe that this taste for salt makes them bloodthirsty for human blood, which is the saltiest of most creatures. But even as at least 10 people are killed a year by tigers in the region, none of the attacks have ever taken place outside the forests. There has not been a single instance of a tiger coming into a village to kill anyone.
In fact, it is extremely unfortunate. I feel very sad whenever people call tiger or the Bengal tiger of Sundarban as man-eaters. By virtue of its sheer adaptability, the Bengal tiger in Sundarban has been able to survive. Now, I can tell you with conviction that during the last few years, at least a decade or so, we have no document or proof to show that a tiger had come out of the Sundarban forest, entered a village and tried to kill a human being or tried to eat a human being. It never happens. In all cases, we found that once it came out of the forest, either by chance or whatever be the motive, either it went for a small prey like dogs or goats or something like that, or it got trapped by the villagers and entered into and took shelter in a cow shed, and it was extremely fearful of human beings. When man enters into its territory, the core area of the Sundarban Tiger Project, say for example, for the tiger, it is not the man particularly, any living thing, any eatable thing is its prey base, part of the prey base. And for a tiger, it is a wild animal, it acts on its instinct and intuition. So when it is trying to catch its prey, it will definitely look for the easiest prey.
But they are fierce hunters. We spoke to a fisherman who had been attacked, and he spoke to us about how he never even heard the big cat until it was in his boat.
মাছ ধরতে গিয়েছিলাম অনেক নদী দিয়ে গাঁল দিয়ে বেয়ে সরাসরি গিয়ে ঢুকেছিলাম চাঁদখালির ভিতরে, বড় চাঁদখালিতে। চাঁদখালির ভিতরে গিয়ে ডাইনে একটা বড় খাল আছে, খালের ভিতরে মাছ ধরতে গিয়েছিলাম। গিয়ে নৌকোটা ঢুকি, নৌকোটা বাঁধা হয়নি, নৌকোটা রেখেছি, একে বাবা ছিল আমার বাম পাশে আর গুণধর ভাই ছিল আমার ডান পাশে। এবার কিছুক্ষণ পরেই মাছটা মারা হয়ে গেছে, নৌকোয় বের করবো বলে একটা চিন্তা ভাবনা আছে। রির মধ্যে ওপর থেকে এসে লাফ দিয়ে পড়েছে নৌকা, আমি তখন গুণি মেরেছিলাম, সরাসরি এসে আমার ঘাড়ে লাফ দিয়ে পড়ায়। বাবা ছিল আমার বাম পাশে, বাবার সঙ্গে সঙ্গে বাঘটাকে আঘাত করলো। বাবার হাতে কিন্তু কোনো অস্ত্রপাতি কিছু ছিল না, বাবার হাতটা সরাসরি এমনভাবে ধাক্কা দিয়েছে, বাবার ডাইন হাতটা বাঘের গালের ভিতর ঢুকে গেছে, বাম হাত দিয়ে মাথা চুল ধরেছে।
The ecoregion is severely harmed because forests are cleared and water is diverted into canals for agriculture. Nearby cities and industries discharge sewage and other types of waste into the rivers. This pollutes the water and ruins the habitat. The fish nurseries are under pressure because of overfishing and shrimp farming. Offshore oil spills are also a constant threat, as well as the cyclones that can rip through the ecoregion. Mangroves are a fragile ecosystem that can be easily destroyed.